Are you texting her once more? Bambi only said that. It's just Scrappy and those 4 words, no screams, no slaps. She caught him this time and he froze as if his spirit had just left his body. At 1:16 a.m., the phone was unlocked. The messages were visible and a new flirtatious text message to Kendra appeared. That night is still in my thoughts. Are you okay, Kendra? What night? The same Kendra who was said to be from antiquity. That's the same person who said she moved on. The same female Bambi replied, "If I ever catch his phone buzzing with her name again, I'm burning everything." Guess what though? It wasn't burned by her. She captured it on tape. The video has now been released. Scrappy's voice notes, voice messages, direct messages, lies, and the true reason he kept his phone face down were all revealed. This is where the internet is trembling though. Bambi didn't cry after reading it all. After chuckling, she muttered, "Bet. Let's check out the current public perception of you." This goes beyond simple infidelity. In 4K, this deliberate disdain is captured, and Bambi's subsequent actions alters everything. It is a little after midnight. Bambi's house, hair wrapped. Like the rest of us, Raban is browsing her for you. Page across the room, Scrappy is hooked to his phone while feigning to watch TV. The screen is dimmed, and his fingers are working quickly, as if he were typing his next mixtape. And then it took place. Twice his phone buzzed. Too few vibrations, nothing dramatic or loud. However, Bambi felt and heard it. Do you realize that women can tell when a man is acting suspiciously? Yes, that one really got going. She refrained from stealing his phone. She made no inquiries. She passed him by as if nothing had happened. However, she caught it as she rounded a bend. That peak of the lock screen. "I couldn't, Kendra. Sleep as well. Please pardon me." She paused, inhaled, then spun around and uttered those words. "You texting her once more?" Scrappy's soul seemed to pause as he gazed up. "Who?" he said, behaving as though he hadn't been interrupted in the middle of his sentence. Her words were, "Don't play dumb," as calm as ever. "Your phone just told on you." Things changed at that point. He went into a panic. She leaped. I grabbed the phone. One attempt at guessing the passcode. It was still her birthday, of course, and there it was. It's a complete chat thread dating back weeks, not days, between Scrappy and Kendra. Memes that only couples send, flirtatious jokes, late-night check-ins, and inside gags from years ago. Even an emoji of a damn heart. Bambi understood then that this was more than a simple "I hope you're doing well" letter. The woman involved in this emotional affair ought to have been blacklisted on the website. This is when things become even messier because Bambi hit record rather than flipping tables and yelling. Voice and screen recording are turned on, then whispering it to herself. "You're not smooth. Let's spread the word about this." She entered the bedroom, shut the door, and revealed the shocking information on her close friend's Instagram account. Verify the person a man is texting at 1 a.m. when he claims to have changed. No receipts, no names, just faked. Not yet. And sweetheart, it became viral on the internet. Fans began speculating after 12 minutes. Scrappy's reflection on the TV screen was magnified by someone. Another admirer compared the time displayed on the iPhone's lock screen to a recent image of him. Earlier that evening, wearing the same clothing, the following hit followed. After blocking Kendra and unfollowing her, Bambi erased all of her posts using Scrappy quote. "I knew he was a fraud," one fan wrote on Twitter. Since season 9, Kendra has been a lurker. Scrappy, meanwhile, was in full crisis mode, knocking on the door and arguing with it as if he were being tried. "Bambi, hurry up. That wasn't even the case." You are aware of Kendra's struggles. I was hit up initially by her. I haven't even said anything negative. Oh, really? Shall we examine a single message? "You still have the hoodie I left. Scrappy." Kendra, naturally. "It still has your scent." Tenacious wager? "If you're up tonight, I might come get it." It's not a negative thing. I don't understand what it is. The worst aspect was that Bambi had every word on her phone screen while Scrappy gaslighted her, through the door while lying in real time. This is where it gets serious. DEFCON 1. Homegirl Bambi calls her. We will refer to her as Tasha and switches her to speaker mode. It's cool as hell. She adds of Tasha, "Do you recall that I threatened to burn everything down if he ever spoke to Kendra again?" Then Tasha is silent for 2 seconds. Are you serious? Extremely serious. What are we doing then? Suddenly, the plan for retaliation was underway. Tasha receives the screenshots from Bambi. Tasha is aware of what to do, because she also manages a fan page with 300,000 followers. Post the receipts with this caption. Don't include any tags or names. Girls were tweeting like it was the Super Bowl when he was lying to you and her account went viral. Edits made, theories flying. Even old footage of Kendra and Bambi staring down at each other during their reunion began to circulate once more. Furthermore, what did Scrappy do? He went live. A huge error. He appeared agitated as he went live on Instagram. Hood up, attempting to appear composed but obviously disintegrating. Look, the entire story is unknown to you all. Man, isn't anyone being unfaithful? These individuals are merely stirring things up. With all of his chest, he said that. On Twitter, the direct messages were actually trending at the time. Then the biggest bomb yet was dropped. A screen capture of Kendra replying to Scrappy's direct message from her demise. The only person who ever understood me was you, Kendra. I am still a Scrappy person. I miss having you, Kendra. Stop acting like we aren't still something, Scrappy? Boom. Within 45 minutes, that video appeared on every blog. Urban Tea, Daily, Lipstick Alley, The Shade Room. And even the official page for Love and Hip Hop. Unintentionally loved it, then an hour later, unliked it. She was getting dressed, getting her hair done, getting her lashes done, and charging her ring light as Scrappy was live and discussing how he was just trying to keep his attention on Family Bambi. She was also on the verge of going live. She was not going to speak, though, this time. She intended to play the sound, yes, because Bambi had voice notes when Scrappy was out here playing Word Olympics. Actual, unfiltered, just 2 days ago, Scrappy sent Kendra some voice notes that she should never have left. She was about to press play in front of 89,000 live viewers when her phone buzzed and she received a text from Mama Darius, Scrappy's mother, with the simple message, "Don't do this. Not now." Bambi stared at the message for 10 solid seconds. Just those 5 words, cold, calculating. And coming from the one woman who had always subtly picked Scrappy over her without any emoji or punctuation. Avoid doing this. Not right now. Was that a threat or a warning? She disregarded it, 'cause this is the problem. Bambi kept audio notes, screenshots, chats, and receipts in 2 confidential folders and 3 backup drives. She wasn't defending anyone tonight either. She went to Instagram and went live. In a matter of seconds, 97,000 fans, bloggers, inquisitive cast members, and even a few validated blue checks who had no business there descended. With her face composed, lips pressed, phone in one hand and other hand trembling a little, Bambi gazed directly into the camera. "I'm not here to debate anything. I'm not dragging here. All I'm doing is telling my husband that I see you and that everyone else does too." Then she hit the play button. Scrappy's voice was clearly audible. "Time I see her grin, I think of you. I simply cannot inform her of it." The conversation exploded. Hold on. What? Was that what he said about Bambi? This isn't flirting. No. This is outright dishonesty. The following one she played, "You have always been loved by me. I simply ended up with the wrong girl in the wrong situation." Is she the wrong girl? Is she the wrong girl? The one he wed? Gave birth to a child who was publicly protected on red carpets. Bambi's face remained icy, but her hands began to quiver significantly. And finally, the icing on the cake. In response, Kendra said, "I was aware. She always got in the way." Boom, it was finished. That's where Bambi terminated the live. Nothing but a hard cut and silence, no outro. No thanks for viewing. The internet took off. In real time, clips went viral. Within 20 minutes, #ScrappyExposed was trending. In the meantime, Scrappy was pacing the floor someplace in Atlanta, courting. 2 sources. He blocked 9 attempts to call Bambi. Then, using a backup number, he texted her. No response. At last, he dialed Mama D. Let's now take a moment to discuss Mama D because this time she appeared to have been sleep-deprived for days, even though she generally takes up drama like it's a 3-course meal. Although her tone was different, she too went live. As she paced her living room, she murmured, "This wasn't supposed to happen. I informed my son. I warned him that if he continued to play both sides, he would lose them all." In the comments, someone said, "So, it's true." Mama D hesitated, stroked her temples, let out a sigh, and then uttered the words that set Instagram on fire. "That girl Kendra doesn't lie when she's mad," is all I have to say. And when Scrappy is alone, he doesn't think. It only required that. It was snipped by blogs, it was reposted by fans. "When you lose the wife and the side piece, in one night" is the caption for a meme that went popular and featured Scrappy standing between Kendra and Bambi. However, that wasn't even the twist, since Kendra went live right as viewers believed the mess had reached its zenith. Not dramatic, just her sitting in a sweatshirt in her car with the dome light on without a ring light. You could tell she didn't plan this because she didn't wear makeup and appeared exhausted. "This is not what I asked for," she began. "I didn't try to take anybody's man." But when a man tells you he made a mistake, that he regrets everything, that he wishes he'd chosen you. She took a moment, swallowed, and stared straight into the camera. "You listen because deep down, I still loved him too." She averted her gaze, sniffed, and then uttered the words that turned the internet on its head. "Just so you know, I didn't start this back." He did. On the evening of the reunion taping, I received a message. Claimed to have missed me. Claimed that I still had some of him. She displayed the timestamp on her phone. It coincided with that fateful reunion day when Scrappy sat there silently while Bambi gave him her whole chest in defense. And that same evening, he was texting his ex. The internet was finished. Threads on Reddit became viral. Users of TikTok shared breakdowns along with timestamps, dramatic music, and zooms. An AI reading of the audio notes with closed captions was even made public. Who has the cleanest audio version was the point of contention among bloggers. This is how it went from a little scandal to repercussions at the federal level, after dissecting the voice notes, DMs, and timing of everything. One of Bambi's fans, a certified legal blogger, asked the question that no one had anticipated. Can the prenuptial agreement be affected if Bambi had proof that Scrappy was emotionally cheating? Within a few hours, the same attorney uploaded a second video describing how, in accordance with Georgia law, emotional deceit coupled with an opportunity to renegotiate the terms of the divorce and financial assets may arise from humiliation. Everyone was observing with fresh eyes now. Was this the beginning of a court rumor, or was it just romantic drama? Then Bambi took the next step. She shared a screen grab of a court document, not of Scrappy or Kendra. Pending consideration of a temporary protective order. The fans went crazy. Is she implying that things became violent? Is she afraid? Was that sound clip more in depth than what did she play? Now the rumors became murky. Old videos of Bambi looking afraid, Scrappy interrupting her in interviews, and his outbursts on set were being pulled. In retrospect, everything suddenly seemed different. And Scrappy disappeared. No stories, no posts, no lives. According to reports, his attorney advised him to go dark as a mode of damage control. Too late, too many witnesses, and too many receipts. However, the final blow wasn't delivered by Kendra, Bambi, or even Mama D. It was caused by an unanticipated DM leak. A former production assistant provided it. Scrappy was heard speaking on the phone in a blurry audio note that was recorded. During set downtime, she believes she's clever in trying to deceive the public, he said. Permit her. She won't get anything from the judge. Ha. And it ends when that NDA takes effect. She is no longer able to talk about it. Quiet. The same voice then continued. Furthermore, I've already heard Mona say, keep it quiet now and I'll be back next season. The internet was shattered by that line. The fans had finished. Proposals were started. Each one's Instagram comments were inundated. Scrappy's name came to represent deceit, manipulation, and cover-ups. Bambi shared one final post throughout it. All peace over performance is the description for a picture of her holding her infant and grinning lovingly. I don't require retribution. I know the truth. And since there is still one unanswered question, that was the story's end for the time being. Is there anything else out there? More sound? More females? It's additional secrets. It's obvious it was more than just a scandal. It was the demise of a man, a company, and an entire persona that he had constructed on love and loyalty while concealing lies on his lock screen. Ask whose phone was on quiet the entire time the next time you hear someone discussing black love goals. Because there is a voice note that you haven't heard behind every emoji. Not yet. You'll hear it here first when it drops. What comes next? Now that the audio is out and the masks are off, will we ever hold Lil Scrappy responsible for the things that have been concealed behind those sunglasses and stage reunion excuses? Or will the industry give him a microphone and act as if nothing had occurred? This wasn't simply some late-night flirting, let's face it. This was a practice of silence, deceit, and manipulation used to defend a brand rather than a woman. What? The cast was never able to do. The receipts are now doing, stating the facts without manipulation. Furthermore, Bambi is more than simply another grieving spouse. It was she who declared, I'm not crazy. I just hit the record at last. The true question, though, is this. There are how many more voice notes in existence? How many more women remain silent because of contracts, loyalty, or fear? How many other men in this field are keeping an eye on this, knowing that it will soon be their turn? It's not only about Scrappy and Bambi. This is about all the women who were made to feel suspicious simply because they were correct. What do you think then? Will Scrappy return in a future season with a different PR plot? Or should VH1 cut him off entirely? Leave a comment below with your opinions. Which side do you support? And this is a warning to never remain silent again. If you have ever disregarded a warning sign because society told you to remain faithful, we're not done yet. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Everything could alter again with the following vocal note. And faith.